You know, we're making art here.
Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Hello, my glittering gigglers.
Hello, Hannah.
Can I just say, you have to be careful when you give me compliments.
Mm-hmm.
Because you told me that I inspired Margot Robbie with random hair accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I took that to heart, woke up this morning, I said, we're going to put as many hair accessories in our hair as we can. And then I started regretting it.
You keep me young. You truly keep me young because my Gen Z assistant just recently cut a bob, and she truly cut a bob to wear more clips. And she does that hairstyle all the time now.
In my heart of hearts, I am Gen Z, but with the millennial upbringing.
Yeah. And this is how I also know you're a narcissist. Because we've been together for 10 minutes. You haven't said one thing about my feather.
Because I was waiting
You haven't
to
said
press
a
record.
single thing about my feather.
No, this is the thing. I love this main character energy feather. So she has just like a really comfortable t-shirt.
A stawed, oversized. She's thick, honey.
Oh, I
feel
thought-
that. You'd like that.
No, that
She's
is high
thick.
quality. I thought
Yeah.
it was stowed.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. My mom called me and she's like, you guys got to learn how to pronounce words because it's starting to get to me. And I said, well, that was the educational system that you
Right.
brought me up with. I love this feather.
Amazon, I actually put it in the newsletter.
Wait, you added it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a full designer.
No,
This is Project
literally-
Runway.
It came up on my Amazon and I was like, what is that fun little clip?
Okay, so I'm going to put my hair clips in the newsletter and you put your feather clip. And the girls are going to be, it's kind of like that Jennifer Aniston movie where they put, what is it called?
Usually I can get there. Usually I can. Jennifer
Called, like,
Aniston
Fling.
movie.
She works as a waitress and when she does good things, they give her more clips.
Oh,
Oh, it's Office Space Flare.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Oh, so did you watch?
So I watched it.
Okay, tell me everything.
You made it seem like a nice, like I was excited to sit down to watch a good documentary, and it was.
I didn't want to give things away for the people.
Not enough people are talking about truly how unhinged Tyra kind of is recent. Like she seems a little bit crazy in this documentary.
Yeah.
Also, I have 3 weeks left in my Invisalign, and I actually think it gave me a lisp. So I digress for like 2 seconds.
Or is it the Botox that's giving you a list?
I think it's a combination of the things.
Because the one thing you have to do for your job is speak. Like it's the
And I
only
go,
thing.
what's a challenge that I could make my job a little bit harder for myself?
So Tyra had this like evil grin the whole time.
Yeah.
Where she'd be like,
She came off, oh my God, I don't mean to like bash Tyra Banks right now, but she came off like a little bit inauthentic, not a little bit. She came off like pretty inauthentic, especially when they're recounting these events and then they have the actual girls being like, no, he was groping me.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I was uncomfortable and it was weird and no one did anything.
you could tell she didn't know that the other people were gonna speak out
Go
the
as
way
hard.
they did.
It almost seemed like it was posed to her of like, this is a documentary and we're gonna scratch the surface. You can give us some PR answers and the other people will talk. You don't have to get as much in the mud.
I can't believe she agreed to it. But
I can't believe she agreed to it.
But I also think she was trying to be like, I want to defend myself in a way, but then she didn't really try. She was kind of just like, I don't want to address things.
Well, I just think like anything that came up that was like, this is okay, the girl Shandy, where they were talking about how she got blackout drunk and she cheated on her boyfriend and they filmed.
Which is not what happened.
And they filmed the whole thing and then they filmed the next morning. She acted like in the beginning, like she didn't even remember who she was. And it's like, okay, if you had come out and been like, of that time period for TV, I was pressured into making it more salacious, and I regret it. Like I shouldn't have added X, Y, and Z because they were editing it.
And be like, yeah, I got obsessed with making the show as salacious as possible. I wanted to make more money. I wanted the show to be bigger. I wanted to beat it. I think also anyone in reality TV production, she said she wasn't. She's the executive producer.
Right.
Anyone in reality TV production soul.
I've met some of
their
the
soul
worst
dies.
people in my life in reality TV
production. And some people are good people. They fall into it and then realize, oh, this is horrible what we're doing to these people.
Yeah.
And then they get out of it. I'm telling you, there's a reality TV reckoning happening.
I can say, like, I've had some producers on reality TV where I'm like, you have made my experience that much better.
Yes.
You've really helped me tell my story. You've really helped me open up. And then there are some people that I'm like, you actually are the devil. And this is it's crazy that this is your job.
They call it producing, but it's actually manipulating.
Yeah.
They'll say, hey, I'm going to produce her, watch this.
Yeah.
And then you take a normal person having normal emotions and twist it for them to think they're in some like different setting. And seeing Shandy have to do these phone calls on camera, like, and you could tell to this day.
It fucked her up. Every single one of them, even though this was like 10 to almost 20 years ago, none of them are over any situation that they went through. No. Like, you can just tell the way they're talking about it that it has stuck with them and they think about it every single day.
You know, it's sad. If the show wasn't successful, it actually wouldn't have affected them that much because no one would have seen it. So that's the problem with when things go viral, is that everything is that much more intense.
The craziest thing for me is, like, I feel like I grew up watching Tyra Banks. Like, you watch her on Victoria's Secret. She was in that movie Life Size. Then this show comes out. Like, I just had this vision of Tyra Banks my whole life of, like, not only is she so stunning and gorgeous, but she's smart. She's a business. Do you hear my lisp?
How annoying is it for you? Like, you're like, I can't go on. Or just lean into it. Be like,
and
this is
not
Tyra Banks.
I have to take my.
You could just be French, be like, je ne sais quoi. Oh my God. That was iconic. Keep that in, Grace. Keep that in. I feel like I've done that, like, before hooking up with a guy.
No, I've totally taken out, like, things I stuff my bra with before. I'm like, don't worry about this. And not discounting the things that Tyra Banks has done for Black women, like curvy women in modeling, like, opened so many doors. Totally. But I saw a clip and it was like her talking about her modeling career, her talking about any like business venture, the show, whatever. And she said, I really want my legacy to be ice cream. And I said, you know what? We're done here. Like, truly, we're done here, I think.
You nailed it when you said there can be multiple truths at once.
Yeah. Did I say that?
No.
It's like, yes, back to my original point.
Has done so many amazing things.
Right.
For women, for diversity of size, of race, of...
Totally.
But also... And
the theory of this show was good intended. Like, this was nice.
Also, the amount of beautiful women who look differently than the popular model at the time.
Yeah.
Reality TV is messy because they don't treat you as humans.
Yeah.
You're characters that they monetize, except afterwards they don't go audition for new characters. You are the character.
Right.
And it's stuck with you.
Yeah.
And I also have to say, Tyra didn't act alone. Tyra had...
Totally. Massive executives.
Executives fucking...
Yeah.
Making tons of money off of, like, Shandy.
Right. And if the network says something, then it's like, okay, well, this is what we have to do. And I feel like she found herself in a rock and a hard place. That's why I feel like doing this documentary now, if she had sat there and was like, so much got fucked up that I would have never seen coming, and now years later looking back, like, I feel really bad. If she had just said that one time, I think I would have had a totally different experience watching her.
Like, even at the end when they didn't get what they wanted from her and it cut to Danielle being like, shut up. Like, it definitely, that was what they wanted you to get from it. I also think what pissed me off the most, actually there was a lot of things, but one of the things that was frustrating is because it was like 2000s.
Yeah.
They didn't have Instagram. So nowadays with reality TV, even if something kind of bad happens to you,
right,
you still have your own platform that you can build.
Yeah.
These girls didn't have that. She just had to go back to Walgreens and she could not have a voice. She couldn't express herself. She couldn't show other sides
You're
of
almost
her.
like in a jail that you created or that they created for you.
I could tell, like, even like Love Island, when these people leave, they're set for like 5 years.
Yeah, if they like build
10 years,
a following off of it,
where these girls couldn't build a following on their own. That was it. Like, I could see so many of these girls going extremely viral, like people who, but then also it could have even been worse. Like, Shandy could have been just so harassed online,
right,
that like
I'm so happy you brought up Love is Blind. Are you watching?
No.
So the new season came out.
Is it good?
It's such a good way to gauge what dating is like in the current moment. Every guy wants a husband. Like they all want, they truly want husbands.
The truth is, if they want to be on reality TV, they want a husband.
Louder for the people in the back. They want a husband, and they also, the only reason why I say that is because like a lot of it, they talk a lot this season about like being sexually attracted to the person, which totally, like I could never do Love is Blind. Like I feel like that is like a solid 50-50. Like you have to be able to have sex with that person. But the guys want to be, they don't want to do the initiating. Like one of the arguments was like, okay, but you could like initiate too. And I am so of like the mindset of like, if you think it should be 50-50, you want a husband. Like you don't want to date me.
Yeah, like you want her to chase you?
They also, a lot of the men, like they bring it up more that they're not attracted to the women. And I'm like, do you own a mirror? Like, have you ever looked in it one time? No, just like one time. Take a glance. Why you think you deserve someone, you're already with someone that's way hotter than you. You think you deserve someone even hotter? Please check the mirror.
It is crazy to think what men think they...
Well, it's delusion. And all the girls say that like, wow, here's another gripe I have with Love is Blind. I don't know these people's names. And if I see them one time on the screen and you don't have their name in the lower third, I'm never remembering it. Love is Blind. Someone in editing, keep the names up for longer. This is one season. We're never seeing these people again. I'm not memorizing their names. Like I have no idea what couple is which and what their names are. And I'm just like the blonde one, the blonder blonde one.
I just want them to be uglier. People missing teeth.
Okay, that's like a totally different show.
No, but like that's Love is Blind. Like I want you to fall in love with someone and be like...
No, but everyone is...
The same.
I actually think they do a really good job of like... I don't think there's someone that I'm like, oh my God, she's like 10 times better looking than all the other girls. Like I really do feel like all the girls are pretty.
But is it more interesting if they throw in like a model with a horrible personality and then like the funniest, most charming like girl who isn't traditionally good looking?
I mean, yeah, everything would make way better TV. But like,
not me acting like Tyra Banks.
Yeah, you're no better than a man. Like. You're like, what if we got a leggy model? Okay, and we put her with an ogre. Ratings would skyrocket. And no, they would. But that's why I'm like, it's so crazy that the men are like, well, I don't know if I'm attracted to you. Because I'm like, you don't know if you're attracted to her. Like, are you kidding?
Also, men would have sex with warm bread pudding if it was in their vicinity.
Hannah, you would be so mad. There's this literal, she's an angel. I don't know what her name is though, and I wish I did.
don't watch these shows because I get too mad.
She's an angel. She's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's a doctor, a medical MD doctor, went to college multiple years. This man is pushing 5'6", truly. And he looks at this woman and he goes, I'm really used to being with someone that goes to Pilates every single day. First of all, no, you're not. So that's a lie. Second of all, then if you like it so much, go.
She's busy saving lives. She doesn't have time to do Pilates 3 times a day.
She's literally, what was it called during COVID when like, she's essential.
Oh, she's an essential worker.
She's essential. You're not. And if you love Pilates so much, you should go every day. But also men, I'm also sick of the men going to Pilates. That's like a whole other gripe. Like,
well, that's illegal.
It's not a space for
Who's
you.
going to Pilates?
I've been seeing it a lot on my timeline.
Oh my God.
And I'm starting to get really annoyed.
No, because if there's a man in your Pilates class, you're going to get robbed.
Well, it's also like, okay, you don't let us go to the gym and wear sports bras because you're freaks, and now you think you're gonna show up
at our place of work
to our gorgeous ballet studios.
Yeah, and then they're always like, "Can I put another red on?" Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Anyway, we
digress. The problem with these middle, good-looking men, like they're in the middle. We all know those are the ones that like really fuck with you. Like anytime I've dated down,
yeah.
But when you date down,
what is your definition of dating up?
I don't like dating down. I like to
Yeah.
feel like I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I want to feel lucky to be with them.
Yeah, you have to admire them.
Yes.
I think that's the word.
Yes, and I have dated guys who I admire their jawline, but then like the second they open their mouth, I'm like, no, 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 no.
My grandma said something to me. This is like years. I mean, I was in like middle school. I'm like, Grandma, I don't even know if I need to know this. But she said something to me that has like truly stuck with me through my 20s and my 30s. And that is, if you have a son and your son walked through the door right now and he was an exact replica of who you're currently dating, are you proud of that person? And I'm like,
true. I'm delusional where like I don't rate myself in any way. I just know that I'm that girl. So I'm not like, oh, I'm this. I don't look in the mirror. I don't know how I look. I just know that I want the best for myself.
Yes.
That is right for me.
we have high standards,
I have very
very
high
high
standards,
expectations.
very high expectations. And I think it's because of my parents.
Yeah.
And I know yours as well.
Very high expectations.
Zero tolerance for disrespect.
Zero tolerance.
Zero
policy.
tolerance for not believing in me. Zero tolerance for sassiness. Zero
Gentle
tolerance.
parenting, not around here. Never seen it, never heard of it. Only heard about it in books and movies, never experienced it.
And I remember dating down. And when I say down, it's like, you know, in your heart of hearts, like,
You're a loser.
he's a loser.
Yeah.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
I feel like they know that they don't deserve you. And because of their insecurities,
Yeah.
they fuck with you.
Yes.
And that's the most upsetting thing. And that's literally like made my mind crazy.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's the whole plot of Tell Me Lies. And the director.
Maybe that's why it's triggering for me.
It is,
I
because-
said that girl should not be talking to him.
Well, they just ended the series. They just
Yes.
put the season finale out, which I watched it. Some people were like mad about it because they felt like the main character, Steven, like got away with everything. Whatever. There's like a lot of
I mean, that's
discourse
life. That's
about
life.
it.
Men getting away with stuff. That's life.
But one of the craziest things is the director, I think she's the director, came out and was like, I have been shocked over the past few years about how many people are so mad at Lucy, saying that she's just as bad as Steven and hating her almost in the sense of like, well, because she's weak, we hate her. But like discounting the fact that she wasn't like this. Like he literally manipulated her. He made her into this.
Your response to abuse should not be judged.
Yeah.
People respond to abuse in many different ways.
Yeah.
Some people freak out. Some people just become a clam.
Yeah.
And I think
Not the seafood reference again. Do you know my dad called me last night and he goes, I gotta talk to you about something because I'm a little bit pissed off. And my dad rarely will call me after like 8 p.m. because I'm like, he's asleep. I get a FaceTime at 9:30 and I'm like, oh, I must have like really like annoyed him with something. And he goes, how dare you sit on your podcast and talk bad about clams?
he took my side.
He goes, I love clams. You love clams. You're acting like you don't love clams. We
Italians
go
love
to
clams.
Italy every single year. I eat clams for dinner and lunch, and you didn't even say anything.
I love how we say the most horrible shit about men and your dad calls, can we discuss the clam? The clam?
He goes, well, one time in Italy, we saw Michael Kors like at
Yes.
breakfast, and he's never forgot it. So when you talk about Michael Kors on the pod, he's like, my friend.
I saw Hannah on my friend. Did she say hi? Did she say
He
Gary
goes,
says
maybe
hi?
we could all have clams.
I love that Gary's listening. Hi, Gary Bear.
No, he listens every
Speaking
week.
of calling people, last night, our lives are never boring.
Never.
Something comes upeth, and I want to.
Express yourself.
I'm all hyped up.
Yeah.
Now I know it was around 10:30, and I said, Paige is out for the day.
She's done.
She's done.
She's clocked out.
She's clocked out. But in one of those moments of friendship, I said, I don't care.
Yeah. If you're calling me post 9:45, you might get a yoga instructor. You
Let's
might
just say,
get a health guru.
I answer hyped up. I've been jacked up.
Yeah.
Paige answers with a mask on.
Yeah, a classic sleep-in face mask.
I give
Getting
her
my collagen where I can.
I give her all these crazy arguments. She goes, I'm gonna need you to relax.
I'm about a joint and a half deep. Hannah starts hitting me with life-plaguing questions. Like I'm not talking next week, next month. I'm talking things that will affect us in 5 to 7 years.
We have like a work project going on, and I'm like, I had an epiphany. I think we scratch it. I go, I think we start from the ground up, and it's because of these 7 different points. And she looks at me, she goes, everything's gonna be fine. I need you to just relax.
I'm gonna need you to take a beat.
But mind you, if I'd called you at like 11 o'clock, right when you're on your walking pad, and you're jacked up with coffee, you would have been like, let me get on the phone with my lawyer right now, and I'll deal with this.
There's nothing I love more than getting on the phone with my lawyer. There's one thing I love more than getting on the phone with my lawyer is telling people I'm gonna get on the phone with my lawyer.
Well, see you in small claims court is real.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. So I'm hosting the SAG Awards on red carpet for Netflix. I have a frozen chin, a lisp. Now, I didn't tell Netflix that I have a frozen chin and a lisp. And
they'll hear now.
And my fear is I'm going to do it, and people are going to be like, oh my God, she went so overboard with the Botox. She loves plastic surgery. When I was the one that was like, I'm waiting to get Botox, and then I get a little bit botched, and now all of the sudden. So I'm like nervous that that's going to be whatever. I have 2 weeks, though, until.
You're going to be totally fine.
I've been going in the sauna.
Also, I've been looking at your face this whole time. I haven't been distracted by your. But I also I don't really listen to you.
Yeah, but you love me.
And I love you.
There's a lot of people out there that don't.
If the worst thing people have to say about you is like you overdid the Botox, that's a relatable queen.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that.
It's honestly more likable for you to stop being so perfect all the time, I would feel like.
Let me tell you something too. I really need your help, and I selfishly asked you to come over to my apartment today because I actually want you to help me with my cards for the SAG Awards.
Well, I was going to say, I was supposed to do it with you.
Hannah's supposed to do the SAG Awards with me, and I get a phone call from Hannah saying, I actually decided to absolutely not do that.
No, but the day before I'm shooting my special.
Okay, so
it was impossible, and emotionally, I couldn't make it happen.
You couldn't handle it.
But
the amount of beta blockers actually don't exist.
For me to find, and then you've dealt with me tired, standing on the wrong side before.
No, especially that's like a lot that you need like a full week to recover after.
So you have to study.
So I have to study.
Because it is, let me just say, it's live, which is different than a lot of people can interview and just take the funniest moments and post it, which is ideal.
Yeah.
But live is like, you're going to be working, babe.
Well, I have like normal facts about every single celebrity, like how many times they've been nominated, what movie it's for, like blah, 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 all the boring facts. But now I'm going in and adding like one funny question, or like, okay, look, they hired me for a personality, honey. Like, they knew they were getting. Because
it is live. So, like, I guess you can ask anything.
Who here do you trust the least?
You just do full Andy Cohen at a reunion with everyone coming in.
No,
you
literally.
Go, who have you been side-eyeing?
I'm like, do you have a Finsta?
No, I'm obsessed. Also, at the end of the day, your dress is really good.
No, my dress is,
I
think it's
at the end
really
of the day,
good. All that
matters. Truly.
It's truly all that matters.
But it's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch it.
Wait, one other viral thing that I saw recently, and you know we don't like praising the men on this, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to take like someone's side. I don't know why I didn't see this during the Super Bowl or anything, but did you see that clip of Tom Brady and Logan Paul? They were like at the Super Bowl doing like a
that
podcast.
Doesn't come across on my algorithm, thank God.
Okay, the only reason it came across mine was it was a girl doing like a duet to it, like a rebuttal video. Yeah. Essentially, there's like some game or something like that Tom Brady's doing, I think, like I don't know if it's
love a
flag
game.
Football or if it's like football, but it's like for a I have no idea what it is.
Tiger it.
Yeah, like
Marco
not what
Polo.
I'm here for. But Logan Paul is playing in it. And so they were talking about like competing against each other or on the same team, but like whatever. And I guess there's other professional sports people like playing in said game, whatever.
Crazy, no one asked me to continue.
So basically the debate, not even the debate, Tom Brady says to Logan Paul, like, it's cute that you think you're an athlete, but you're not a professional athlete. Like, you're about to be with major professional athletes. And Logan Paul starts talking about high school.
Same. I would do the same.
And then he says how he's in the WWE.
Yes.
And Tom Brady kind of like chuckled. I actually felt bad for Tom Brady in this moment because I'm like, if I was sitting there and some fucking kid was across the table from me and I'm the proven best in my sport, in my position for the past 10 years.
I don't feel bad. Tom Brady put himself in that position. Don't go on a podcast with Logan Paul. That's what you get.
And I would say, as someone who like admittedly did like Logan and Jake Paul's reality show, who knows what I was going through at that time.
Well, let's be honest. You liked the girls in it.
I liked Nina. I liked watching Nina Agdal in it.
And the other one who just won a gold medal.
I love an Olympian.
Sorry, I like
Shut
women
up.
winning.
Yeah, sorry. I
do have to say, every now and then I'll be talking to someone and I'll bring up something that happened to me in tennis with college, and they're like, "You're literally a man." Like, I feel like I'm on a bad Hinge date.
Like, if you say check tape to me, I'm like, what?
I don't think we brought this up. I don't know how I didn't watch this earlier. I think it's because I was waiting to watch it, and then it left my desk and it came right back across my desk. Did you watch the Wagatha Christie story on Hulu?
What the heck is a Wagatha?
Okay, so Agatha Christie is
the novel.
Is a novel of like a investigator.
Yeah.
It's about soccer wags.
Okay. Documentary.
Yes, in England, which you love England. It's basically Molly May, but if she was with soccer players.
Yes.
Paige.
No, that's the kind of money I want to watch on TV.
Paige, this is the most incredible thing.
How many episodes? And I'm diving into that.
You're diving. It's at least 3.
Okay.
Oh my God. So it starts off, of course I don't remember any of the names, but one of the women is with one of the biggest football players in England.
Okay.
She met him in high school, really cute, and immediately goes from just being a like poor English girl to getting papped on the street to be like, what's her story? Why is this guy with her? They fell in love in high school. So she immediately is a star.
Yeah.
And she's gorgeous and people like her, but she's just a regular person. And she likes living this regular life. And she has a private Instagram where she has like 300 of her friends who she actually knows.
I love that.
And she posts like cute things about the family.
Do you know one of my favorite things about my brother's girlfriend is that she doesn't have Instagram and she literally doesn't care about it. And I'm like, you're so
jealous.
Cool. Like, we only speak because we send each other TikToks. I'm like, that's my only form of communication.
Neither does my
with
brother,
you.
which is why.
No, there's something to be said about it.
The men in my family are just iconic. My dad just learned how to post Insta stories, which is a problem, but
My brother hasn't posted in like 12 years.
and that's why we trust them.
And
If my brother was out here posting for attention, I'd be like, did I not beat you enough when I was
I actually feel like I get that text once a week from my brother. Did I not beat you enough as a child? I'm like, okay, you know what? No, I did actually. That's why I'm so mean to men. That's why I have no respect for any man, because I was beaten my whole life by my older brother. Logan Paul thinks he's so good at the WWE. Never seen Gary DeSorbo. Okay? Never seen Gary DeSorbo after
a little girl in a headlock.
After a 2-liter of Pepsi? Unstoppable.
Want to wrestle? Anyway, traumatizing. So she posts on her private story. Now, things start getting leaked to the Sun. The Sun,
which is
like the Daily Mail. It's like the
TMZ of England.
The TMZ of England. And at first, it's kind of innocent stuff, like, oh no, there was a drama though. Her husband gets blackout drunk, is found driving in a car with a random girl. He's like, I don't know how I got in the car. Right. Why is this girl in my car? How did this?
She needed a ride.
She jumped in my car. I didn't know she was trying to jack my car. I don't know what his excuse was, but she was going through it because she loves this man, and she's like, he clearly has drinking problems and cheats on me when he's drunk.
Yeah.
At one point, she posts that she's with him during this like on and off time, and it goes to the Sun that they're together, the SUN. And she's like, that's crazy because I just posted it on my story. And she's looking through like, who could have leaked this? Mm-hmm. This continues happening. And she's starting to go crazy and get really paranoid because she's like, is this one of my close friends?
Wait, are you going to tell us who it is? Because I'd like to put in my formal guess now. Mm-hmm. It's one of her friends that knows him from high school, and maybe they've hooked up or dated. Please proceed.
That is a great.
Okay.
It could have been. So,
but it wasn't.
It's actually one of her not close friends. She was at like a big soccer thing, and she met another wag who loves being famous, loves being on covers, loves having articles written about her. Now, for some reason, this girl, when the Sun writes about her, it's all positive. It's like, look at her on vacation in Italy. And she's like, I've never seen someone get so much positive footage from a tabloid before. So she met this girl, and the girl immediately was like, what's your Instagram? I can't find you. And she's like, oh, this is my private Instagram. So she's another wag. So she thinks like that girl would.
There's like a code.
There's a code.
Yeah.
It's like a bro
like
code.
You know
of
what to say. What? Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, I think it's this girl. So she finds a way to block everyone from her story. I mean, that's why they're calling it Wagatha Christie. This girl's a genius. But also, it's interesting. She won't tell anyone. She's not going to a lawyer. She's not going to the police. She's just like, I'm going to figure this out on my own, which is very you-coded.
Yeah, I was just going to say the power of a woman.
The power of a woman. She
The
goes,
power
I don't
of
need.
a determined woman.
I'm not calling a 65-year-old man
Yeah.
to like put this on his desk and
Yeah.
forget about it. So she posts something very controversial.
Okay.
She's always wanted to have a daughter. She has like 4 sons. So she posts that she's going to Mexico to try to like confirm the gender of her child. Like something that like
Something crazy.
crazy.
Like we're adopting an alien from Mars.
So she posts it and she sees the other wags see it. She's the only one that saw it. Nothing happens. And then she waits. And then something else gets leaked. And she's like, fuck this, I'm blocking the girl. And the girl responds is like, hey, why'd you block me? Like the girl's clearly following stuff. Then a couple months later, the story leaks about the girl and the gender baby. Yeah. So she's basically gender baby. So she just goes straight to Twitter and is like, I cannot believe this wag
so-and-so
has been doing this to me. And goes on a whole thing. It blows up. Guess what the other wag does? She says, it's not me. I'm suing your ass. So they get in this insane legal battle. And the other wag, they're like, okay, everyone has to submit their phones and stuff. The other wag goes, oh, my phone got dropped in a lake. Classic. And then her agent too was like, oh, my phone broke. I don't know what was going on, but then they submitted like files with things redacted.
Okay.
And should I say what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you want to know what happened?
You've led us all to this water, and then you're like, and find out in the next episode. No, tell us what happened.
So at first it seemed like they weren't going to be able to say who did it, but it was found between the agent and the other wag that they were both colluding to sending stuff. So it was proven that she was guilty. It was the craziest war. But I think that woman still says, like, it wasn't me.
Here's my thing with that. Like, I feel like I've been in the position, you too, so many times where I'm like, I could go to war with this person and truly prove them wrong in the court of public opinion. And I could bring up all these receipts and I could show everyone just how fucking crazy you are.
Yep.
But then I will have to live with anytime someone Googles your nameless name, I'm going to come up. And I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to be like put together with you in a news article. I don't want our names ever being in the same sentence. So you have to be really mad. Like you have to really
She
feel.
regretted it.
Yeah,
She regretted it. She said, my life, I thought I was going to like
You think you're
win.
getting justice?
She thought she was getting justice, and she said the next like 3 years of my life were the worst years of my life. Millions of dollars spent in legal fees, in the
and just like
negative
taking
attention.
up your energy, even thinking about
Also,
this loser.
your private life is so exposed.
Yeah.
Every single text message, it's very scary. So as two Sicilians who love revenge, there are so many times where you're like, you're a miserable fuck and I'm not playing in the mud with pigs.
Well, you know how like I love blocking people and you're like, let them
I've never blocked a person.
Yeah, you're like, let
I block
them-
people on my phone because I don't like people having
Right,
access
but
to
you're
me.
very much like, let them
Social
see
media,
my
babe.
social media, where I'm like, okay, blocked, gotta go. I forget what my point was. I just like to point that out. You don't block people and I do.
I don't block people because look, you got to see the whole movie. You can't stop in the beginning of the movie when things are hard.
No, but I just think like it is a better revenge being like, you think you're taking me down, but my silence of like never speaking your name, not even knowing that you exist, is probably eating you up more than like me acknowledging you and saying that you are in fact crazy.
Yeah, I block men. I block bad friends. on my phone. Because I don't want you to have access to me. I don't want you to
Be able
try
to, like, text me.
manipulate me. I don't want you to try to, like fuck up boundaries that I've put.
Yeah.
But in terms of me as a person and my social media and what I'm up to, it drives me.
I think it's smart.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome.
Wait, you know when you give me compliments that you create a monster, so please stop. I'm also obsessed with random Nepo babies I didn't know were random Nepo babies.
Like
Lily Collins. People don't talk about her like she's a Nepo baby.
her dad is Phil.
Her dad's Phil Collins.
Which is who again?
He's like one of the greatest musicians of our time.
No, I knew that.
Like, well, he's iconic because he like looks like an accountant, and then he's like playing every instrument and like has the voice of an angel.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Tarzan soundtrack?
Not off the top of my head, but if someone brought it,
Okay,
and-
so kind.
nope, still not like totally ringing a bell. You got it.
No, dear, don't be shy.
No.
Oh.
He wrote it though.
Yeah. It was
Any
really
other
good.
good ones?
Tarzan was like my sexual
No,
awakening.
I mean Nepo children.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to keep listening.
That's so
Phil
funny.
Collins music.
That's so funny because I remember when I was younger seeing Tarzan, my first instinct was, ew, why would she want to be in the jungle? She's wearing a dress. She's wearing
You hated that she had like pearls and like little gloves,
I-
and then she was forced to be in the mud.
Yes. I hate it. I was pissed off. I actually wouldn't finish watching it. I like told my mom, I was like, this is stupid. She's dressed. She's ready. Like, she has to now like forage. He's not even speaking to her. Like, I had strong opinions on Tarzan when I was younger. I was like, get it off the screen, Mom.
That's like getting mad at Jasmine for going with the guy with no job instead of Jafar, who is loaded.
Well, I'm like, babe, it's you. You have the money. You could show him the world. What are we talking about? You don't have to get on a carpet. You can get in a Lamborghini.
Also, yeah, a carpet that's been sat on multiple. When was the last time they vacuumed that carpet? Let's be
No, I
honest with
can't.
ourselves.
Actually, I did want to say one thing. Like, we rarely talk about like any good we do, you know,
No.
anything nice we do for like.
That's boring.
I do try and do a lot with like my old high school. They're still around, and like if I'm like I can't let
You have
another
your college
one go. I'm like,
That's all
guys,
you have at this
no.
point.
It's all I have. I could go back to my middle school, which is thriving, but I feel like they don't need my help.
Yeah.
So anyway, I try and like sponsor things when I can. I try and like pay for things, whatever. But one of the things that I do is they do like this like alumni connection, and you can like someone can like ask you because you've like already graduated to be there, whatever. So I find myself couldn't even be Gen Z. What is she? If you're in college right now,
I think Gen Z.
is she still Gen Z?
Yeah, I think.
So I find myself chatting with a Gen Z girl quite often. And it's so funny because it's not that long ago that we were freshmen in college. It really isn't, though. How long is that? 10 years?
Like 15 years.
Oh, actually, okay, wow. The math in my head. I was like, but if I'm 26.
Wait, that was someone yesterday was talking to us about our age, and I was like, we're 26.
Yeah, but
Everyone thinks we're 26.
wait, literally, I just was like, wait, but I'm 26, so how could that be?
I think
15
people
years
think
ago?
we're like 29 to 31. But
Whatever.
I
It
digress.
doesn't
I made that
feel
up.
that long ago, even though it was.
Yeah.
But when I talk to her, I do immediately get back into the mindset of like, oh my God, and if I don't have this figured out. And then I'm telling her like, this is what like the beginning of college is for, to like figure out all of these things. You're not behind. You couldn't even mess anything up yet if you tried. And so like I find me like talking to her about all of that stuff. And then obviously we talk about like lasering our hair off and all this. But she texted me recently because we had talked about like her being in a relationship and like all of this stuff. And she texted me recently and she was like, I fucked around and I listened to Giggly Squad a little bit too much and I broke up with my boyfriend.
Good.
And I feel like now we need to go even younger.
Do you know why I say good? Because no girl has ever broken up with a guy and regretted it.
Which is an amazing point because
I've never accidentally made a mistake and broke up with a guy.
Do you have one girlfriend that you've ever had a conversation with where she said, ugh, He's really the one that got away.
Never.
Not one.
Never. Also, no girl randomly just wakes up and is like, I'm going to break up with the guy.
Right.
She has went through pros and cons. She's talked to 12
made
to
lists.
17 different people about
A
it.
list I could show.
Including professionals,
Yeah.
including her therapist. I actually think there is like a young crew of girls who listen to Giggly Squad, and they're powerful.
No, they're powerful. I'm like, if you can recognize this now, that he's holding you back, he doesn't want you to do X, Y, and Z because it's making him feel inadequate because of whatever. Like, if you can realize that now, you save like so much time in your 20s.
I also hate to say it because I love Sex in the City.
Yeah.
But it did give me this feeling of like, you could be single in your 30s and it's kind of scary. Like they're like, how do we find this man? How do we find this man? How do we find this man? But maybe they're listening to girls like us in our 30s, where it's like, yeah, I'm married, but like we don't talk about that.
Gross.
Wait, I love how I literally was like, you don't need to find a man. But the truth is like, we're not like,
Do you
it's
wanna
not
know
life
why?
or death finding a man.
Well, one, I feel like because you're married,
And
so you don't think about it.
and also because I'm married, and you guys understand that it doesn't like.
It doesn't play into your day-to-day life. Who is that? Where is that man? Who is he?
No, like no one's respecting me more because I'm married. Every respect I've ever gotten in this industry is because of myself.
If anything,
I've lost respect.
one of my biggest fears of getting married is that I will lose respect.
It's horrible for the brand.
No, I'm like, wait, people aren't gonna take me seriously because I take you
As an entrepreneur,
seriously.
you reflect onto
I'm like,
me.
do you realize like you're ruining everything about my
Yeah.
like?
And Sex and the City was literally them at brunch sometimes just being like, this guy hurt me, this guy, I don't know what to do with this guy, I don't know what to do with that guy.
No, that's like, I would say right now at this time, one of my biggest fears is that if I get married and I have a baby, everyone will look at me differently, treat me differently, my job and career will change.
Seeing girls pre being a mom as like that's their life, and then after when the mom starts, it's like, well, now you're a mom. But I think we're the generation that's changing that.
Yeah, we'll start with me.
We'll start with you.
But I will say, when I froze my eggs, I did feel like, oh, I'm fine.
Also, there's so many women in the arts, women in STEM, who you don't realize has a full-fledged family. She just
Right.
doesn't talk about it.
Right.
I do have to say, I don't like when influencers make their boyfriends their whole personality, because then when it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
it's like you're less than because he was making you who you were.
Yeah, and also just like if you have a boyfriend that wants to be on your Instagram story, like he wants a husband.
Can I just say hot take? Whenever I see influencers like post with their boyfriend and he looks miserable,
Yeah.
green flag.
I kind of think so too, and I've like seen girls' comments where it's like
He hates
he
you.
hates you, and I'm like, I couldn't even bring myself to comment that on someone's. Like, that's crazy.
Because I know men in my life who are the greatest men, do not want to be on camera.
Yeah.
If a camera gets in front of them, they're immediately like freeze, don't know what to do, don't know what to say, and don't like it. If a man is telling me he wants to be in my Insta story,
Yeah.
red fucking flag.
Yeah. And obviously there's so many reasons why I never talk about like dating a man or like being with a man. Like even like Valentine's Day, people were like, obviously you're in a man's bedroom because it has no artwork. The bed's unmade. Like, what's going on here? Is that a jail cell? There's so many different reasons on why. One, I feel like because I was like had such public relationships and like the court of public opinion is like not healthy. But two is because I'm like, what the hell does he have to do with my personality?
100%.
You know, like
100%. I posted Happy Valentine's Day with my mom, and people were like messaging me like, what's going on with you and Des?
Yeah.
I'm like, you mean the man sitting next to me right now?
Right. There's two types of men. There's men that love compliments and like love praise and love like looking cool and like, yeah, I'll post this picture because like I want a DM that says I look cool or people to think that I look cool, whatever. And then there's men that don't post because they only care if like you think it's cool.
Also, they know they're cool. They don't
I
need
actually
other
forget
people
like
to
what my
tell
major
them.
point, what my point was.
The thing is, you're really good at setting up a point.
Here's the difference.
I'm in.
There's two-
Whatever you're about to say, I agree with.
Actually, let me rewind. Let me go back. There's two types of men. There's men that care about what other women think. And then there's men that care about only what the person they're with thinks.
But I wouldn't even just say men. There's two types of women.
Yeah.
Women that care about what every man thinks of them.
Yeah.
And women who just care about the man they love thinks of them.
There's also
and there's a power in that. There's also 3 types.
Wait, there's also
like 4
another
types of
type
women.
of man
Yeah.
that like,
Who cares what other men think?
well, Des is like this, and I would put Des in this category. He doesn't play when it comes to you. Like there is like, because here's the thing, if you posted a picture of him and someone commented something rude, you're setting him up to have an angry day because he can't compartmentalize. If it was about him, he could compartmentalize and be like, yeah, that person, who cares? I don't know that person. But when it comes to you, he doesn't mess around. But then there's men where it's like, you would talk shit about me if someone gave you the opportunity and they were like, no one will ever know, say what you really feel.
The way your man speaks about you is how he feels about you and what he puts into the world.
And I will say, I don't think I've ever been with someone, I actually, just to dumb it down, I don't think I've ever been with someone who genuinely liked my full personality, like liked certain parts and certain characteristics. But I don't think I've ever been with someone that like 360 likes my personality.
If you feel like you have to be anything other than yourself, that's the red flag. Which goes back to the beginning of Love is Blind, which is if you feel like it's not about being with someone who's really hot or being with someone who's really cool. It's about being with someone who makes you feel like you. And that's what my parents always said to me.
Yeah.
When my parents would see me with whatever man I was with at the time, they wouldn't look at him, they would look at me.
Yeah.
And they would be like, I don't like how you acted around him.
Yes. Like you're not eating. You're not, like,
You're not, I mean, you look amazing.
Yeah.
No, it would always be, I feel like you're waiting for him to, or like he seems to control, he's controlling. Like it was looking at me. And when they saw me being able to be childlike and free and myself, that's when they said, that's the man for you.
Yeah.
It was never them looking at the man. Girl.
I also think like this is the first time in my life I've ever dated someone Italian. Like fully.
Why do you
truly-
think you
I
never
don't
went
know.
Italian before?
I
It's
don't
not like there
know.
weren't enough Italians in New York.
I feel like I never
Or you knew that
really-
once you started, you'd be stuck.
I feel like, well, it's hard explaining an Italian family to like a waspy white guy from Connecticut. Like there is such a disconnect. Like, do you know like the word like acida?
Yeah, you get agita when
Yeah,
you
like
get worked up.
yeah, like this morning,
That's how I live my life.
like this morning I was just like I have like acida. Like I can't like, and it's heartburn, but it's also you're just like.
Also, you explaining ricotta to someone?
Yeah, and so like me being like, okay, origin of the word. Look, I don't know origin of the word, but you give it to me. Like I don't.
I hate to say it and be an annoying New Yorker, but like my man is New York. Like
Yeah.
I've dated guys from other places and it's not that they're evil. It's that they don't feel like home. And
Yes.
You cannot have your cortisol levels confused and weirded out. It makes you bloated. When you're with someone who feels like family, for better or worse, sometimes their demons are your family's demons, which makes things, at least you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
The devil you know. Finding someone that is right for you and not just right on a paper technicality or Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in this like, oh, he looks good in my Instagram stories.
Right. No, I'll never post a man ever again. If I have a son, I don't even think I'll post him. You know, because we never know. We can never be too cautious. I'm like, am I really your mom? I don't know. No, it is just like weird. Dating is weird. It's weird dating also in your 30s because I don't think when you're younger, you fantasize about it. Like you fantasize about dating in your 20s, like, oh my God, what's it going to be like? And I'm going to go on all these dates. And you rarely think about it in your 30s because you're like, oh, well, I'll be married by then. And then when you're not, you're like, well, what is this? What is dating in your 30s?
Yeah, do you even call it a boyfriend?
You're basically his boss. Like one of my girlfriends texted me the other day, like, okay, this is a perfect example. In my 20s, if someone didn't send an Uber for me to go out on a date, I would think nothing of it. We live in New York City. Yeah, of course, I'm going to meet you there. There's no like, let me pick you up in New York City because whatever. Now, if I'm in my 30s, if a guy doesn't offer to send me an Uber to like dinner, I'm not going.
How am I supposed to get there?
And if he does and it's like an Uber X, I'm not going.
I'm obsessed with you.
Like this is the first date. You're supposed to be putting all your cards out on the table for me to look at.
And some people might have listened to that and said, Paige, you're being high maintenance, you're being over the top. She knows what she wants. And why waste 6 months with a guy when you know immediately he's not thinking the right way?
If you have high expectations is what you'll get. And if you have low expectations is what you'll get.
But I also think in your 20s, it's so much easier to lie to yourself. Like, you don't know.
Well, also, you're poor in your 20s.
You're poor and you don't know. Like,
Right.
You're literally like, okay, he did that, but that could mean this. We don't know. I always say it's like taking your first shot of vodka.
Yeah.
When you're like, someone's like, do you want a chaser? And you're like, why? Like, nothing, you don't know what could go wrong. And now when you see tequila, you're like, I'm going to gag.
This goes back to like Love is Blind, because I'm like watching grown men like explain why they won't give the woman that they picked to marry compliments. And I'm like, this is like a really painful conversation. And one guy was like trying to say, oh, because you asked me to do it, now like I can, and now I'm putting up a wall. If you're with a man and he says the phrase, I'm putting up a wall, again, he wants a husband. Like that's for girls. Putting up a wall is for girls. Because of you guys, you can't put up walls. Like, you have no walls. I also did buy a Skims butt pad just because I want to say.
Are you going to put it in the dress?
I don't know what we're going to say.
Wait, I'm obsessed with you.
I just wanted to try it out. I mean, I have the nipple bra. I'm like, what if we just built it?
Imagine me with a butt pad.
We can go to my apartment. You can try it on. I have it.
Okay, we got to go try on some butt pads. We love you, gigglers. Thank you for listening, and talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.